Welcome to another episode of the Money Wheel Podcast. The journey to wealth starts here with your host, Don Shade.
Hello, my friend and future millionaire. Welcome to this episode of the Money Wheel. My name is Don Shade. Now, we've put together a couple lists, some of the things that you don't like and you want to delegate to other people, and also we put together a list of things that you want to handle yourself and you enjoy doing. And we also looked at what a dream workday would look like for you. Now, that we covered all that stuff, and it seems like I know I'm always having you write lists and look at things and this, that, and a bunch of other things. And the reason I do that is this. There's going to come a time when the world's going to throw you off track. And you're going to be able to look at these lists, and you'll have the list memorized after you look at it so often, you can jump back on track immediately and move things forward. The reason I said all that was to say this. It's time to start taking a look at what it's going to take to buy your life back. And what I mean by that is this. Everybody has a price tag on the lifestyle that they want. In other words, if you're somebody that works a job right now, you have traded your life for $30,000, $50,000 a year. And you're willing to give those people 40, 50, 60 hours a week of your life to get that money. And what you do with that money creates your lifestyle. The part we want to look at is what kind of money do you need to make in your own business to be able to walk away from the job you have and the financial commitments that you've already created. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, if I could just double my income, that would do it. Well, here's a few things I want you to take a look at first. Number one, do you have a 401k where you work that you're putting money in out of every check? That money is towards your retirement. Now, I'll be the first one to tell you, retirement is not an age the way everybody thinks. Retirement is a financial statement. Here's a prime example. If you're somebody that makes $30,000 a year, and we take that $30,000 a year and get you into building an online business, and all of a sudden, instead of $30,000 a year, you're making $30,000 a month, it kind of eliminates your financial problems. So, one of the things we want to look at is life is a 7-day-a-week event. Every day that you're alive, you're spending money doing something. The problem with your income now, and the reason you're not where you want to be financially, is because you get paid once a week and you try to get ahead on that money. What we want to do is build you an online business that gets you paid every day, and then start building your wealth. Now, most of you think, oh, I bring home this much money a week, 500, 1,000, whatever you bring home. Well, that's not necessarily true because you only work Monday to Friday. Let's start looking at your life and what it costs Sunday to Sunday, so that everything you do on the weekends, your hobbies and going out to eat and all that kind of stuff, is included in your lifestyle. As we put these numbers together, what I want you to focus on, you're not using a credit card to pay when you go out to eat and different things like that. When you pull up to the pump, even though you stick a credit card in the pump, are you still able to pay that bill every month? In other words, the credit card you're using to put gas in your vehicles, does it have a zero balance? Same thing with the credit card you use when you go out to eat. Even if you pay with a credit card, does that credit card have a zero balance when the bill comes? These are the things I want you to look at in your life, because they're going to have to be some changes that you make for you to get the lifestyle that you're looking for. This is just something to make you think. There's no right or wrong answers here. I don't want you to feel beat up. One of the things I try to make sure I do is I don't like to put real rough episodes where I have you look at financial stuff back to back. I like to space them apart so that you have a chance to look at things and think it over and not feel beat up. This is one of the hardest exercises that you ever do when you're actually looking at all your finances and you have to be honest with yourself about the way you spend money. I'll tell you, when I did this, and there's times that I still do it, I don't like some of the answers. And it takes change to be able to build wealth and become financially free. And this is the stuff I want you to think about. That's everything I have for this episode of The Money Wheel. We'll see you next time.
Thank you for listening to the Money Wheel Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and like the podcast. For everything that was talked about in today's amazing show, go to moneywheelpodcast.com and get today's show notes, past episodes, and most importantly, you can connect with Don Shade on all his social media platforms. Again, at moneywheelpodcast.com. If you are just looking to email Don, you can email him at don@moneywheelpodcast.com. For a list of all our tools we use in our business, you can go to moneywheelpodcast.com/resources. Again, thank you for listening to today's podcast, and see you in our next episode of the Money Wheel Podcast.